Are you ready for a bad time? Welcome back to Friday Night SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, the best wrestling show in the entire world. Wow, let's see what they have in store for us tonight. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, wait a minute, Zelina Vega versus Piper Niven. Wow, that's awesome. But wait, haven't we seen that before? I think I saw it last week, and the week before that, 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 and the week before that. What the hell is this, man? What the hell is this? This is genuinely shocking. Like, how can you possibly be this goddamn bad at booking? It genuinely cannot be this hard, dude. Like, I get it, this is $1 billion company we're talking about here. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, I bet Triple H's job is not, really easy, that he could just go out there in his office and just be like, oh, let me just book some bangers tonight. No, I know it's not that simple, I know there's a lot of stuff to think about, but there's no way, man. There's absolutely no way that it's possible. It's even remotely possible to be this consistently bad at booking your shows. There's no way, man. Anybody with half a brain can book better shows than this. Because I'm not even kidding when I say that literally every single Friday Night SmackDown is just Control-C and Control-V. That's all it is, man. That's literally all every single SmackDown is. JC Mateo and Jey Uso. How many times are we going to get these two fighting in the ring? How many times? Zelina Vega with the secret Hervis or whatever you want to call it. How many times are we going to get it? Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. How many times are we going to get it? Each and every single week, man. Each and every single week, WWE somehow manages to hit a new low. There's 3 things guaranteed in life. Death, taxes, and WWE somehow hitting a new low each and every single week. Anyways, with that being said, let's get right into the review of Friday Night Yap Down, because the show kicks off with Seth Rollins and his usual yap sesh. That's right, guys. If the yap sessions on Monday Night Raw weren't enough, now we got them on SmackDown as well, where Seth Rollins basically just yaps about, I'm gonna take the power. I won the power. I beat CM Punk at WrestleMania. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna take the power. I'm gonna win the Money in the Bank. I'm gonna cash in on Jey Uso. I'm gonna get all the power. Like, stop, man. For God's sake, man, just stop. What is this? He's just out here yapping about the power every single week. Like, well, what is he talking about? The World Championship? That's the power he's referring to? Like, that's it? That's it? So you mean to tell me that Jey Uso has the power right now? Get out of here, man. But anyways, yeah, who cares about this? Seth Rollins is quite literally cosplaying Jon Moxley at this point, and that's not even good. Whatever Jon Moxley's doing right now is horrible, and Seth Rollins is just a cosplay of that. So that just goes to show you how horrible this is. Anyways, then we hear taking it all. So the score, and we see Solo Sikoa with Jacob Fatu and Jesus Christ Mateo. And Solo Sikoa starts his usual yap sesh. Everybody, man, everybody on the goddamn roster just starts a yap sesh, because nobody says something of value. Nobody says something of meaning. Everybody just goes out there and starts yapping. And that is because nobody, nobody in this generation of wrestlers in WWE can cut good promos. There's probably a handful of them, but that's literally it. The majority of them just go out there and read off of a script. That's all these guys are doing, man. They're reading off of a script. Nothing is genuine. Nothing has value. Nothing has meaning. It's just, AI generated scripts. That's what it is. Anyways, then Solo Sikoa just says that, Seth Rollins and his faction are basically Temu Bloodline, which is really funny considering who this is coming from. Anyways, yeah, that's all he does, He just draws these comparisons between, the Bloodline, the OG Bloodline, and Seth Rollins' faction. Basically, Seth Rollins is Temu Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker's the Enforcer, and, that makes Bronson Reed the Honorary Ooze. And, Solo Sikoa starts talking about how, Bronson Reed, after everything we've been through. Yeah, that's right, guys. Everything these guys have been through in the 2 weeks that we're together. These guys were together for 2 weeks, man. Bronson Reed, I actually calculated this, dude. Bronson Reed was in the Bloodline for 15 days, dude. For 15 days. And Bronson Reed has been in Seth Rollins' faction for 14 days. So here's the thing. In 2 days, Bronson Reed will have been a part of Seth Rollins' faction longer than he was in the Bloodline. And now Solo Sikoa is out here talking about, everything we've been through, Bronson. After everything we've been through. Like, shut up, man. We're not dumbasses, alright? But anyways, yeah, that's just it with Sikoa. Then Seth Rollins picks up the mic, and he just starts his usual yap sesh. Or, this wasn't the usual yap sesh. He, basically just says, like, oh, Jacob Batu, he's gonna break up with you. He's gonna turn on you. Ha, 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 ha. That's just it, This is basically the same old basic stuff we get every single time a faction is breaking up or on the verge of breaking up. Every single time, man, someone's gonna cut a promo, it's like, oh, he's gonna turn on you. We saw this with the Bloodline. We saw this with, I don't even know, Damage Control. We saw this with every single faction in the history of factions, and now we're getting it with, the Teemu Bloodline. The Teemu Bloodline, dude. Who cares if they're gonna break up? Honestly, who cares, man? You could have just done the split on the draft or something, because nobody, man, genuinely nobody cares about a feud between Seth Rollins, Jacob Batu and Sikoa. Nobody cares about the breakup, alright? Just get this over with. So anyways, yeah, this was just a nonsense segment with the Teemu Bloodline and the Teemu Death Riders. Let's just move on, man. This was stupid. Anyways, yeah, then Seth Rollins just leaves the ring, and then, Jey Uso attacks the Bloodline. And obviously, like good old SmackDown, this leads to JC Mateo versus Jey Uso. And let's be honest here, nobody cares about this. Nobody cares about this, man. So let me just ask you guys a question. What do you think happened in this match? What do you think happened in this match, huh? Do you have it in mind? Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened, So let's just move on. There's really nothing to talk about here. Anyways, then we see Zelina Vega versus Piper Niven, part 69,420, 24/7, 7-Eleven, I-95 South, God knows what, because this is the, I don't even know how many matches they've had. I don't even know, man. At this point, I really genuinely don't know, because, this has been going on for God knows how long. I don't even know, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. This is quite literally a copy-paste from, for the past, 10 weeks. 10 weeks, man, if not more. I'm pretty sure it's more. And it's not even like these matches are good or, this rivalry, if you can even call it that, is good. It's not like, oh my god, Zelina Vega versus Piper Niven. I got an insatiable appetite and I want more. Like, no, this sucks, man. I don't want it. I don't want any more of this, man. Just get it out of my screen. Anyways, yeah, this was like a no DQ or something. I don't even remember. The shows are so bad that I don't even remember what I just watched, So, I think this was like a no DQ or something. And, it was a little bit better than, the things we've been getting the previous few weeks. But, it was still not that good. All right, Piper Niven, plain simple fact, she sucks. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, look at this match. Look at this match from back when Obama was president. Back in NXT UK. I don't care, right? I don't care. Now, in the present, she sucks. Absolutely sucks, man. There's like a botch or two in every single match she's in. Every single match, man. Every single time Piper Niven is in a match, there's always a bunch of miscommunications and a bunch of botches. And it's not, and I repeat, not a coincidence. It's just not. Anyways, the only thing noteworthy here was a table spot, because it wasn't any basic table spot, because this time we got Snapper the Slim Jim. Ooh yeah! Ooh yeah! Ooh yeah! Come on, man. Come on. This is a table now. This is the table we're gonna see every single time we got a table spot in WWE. Are you kidding me, man? Are you dead ass, dude? Like, no way. There's absolutely no way, dude. Like, I don't even know what to say, man. Just imagine, dude, all those cool moments we've got with tables, with the fuck almighty, it's broken in half. Like, come on. Come on, man. Just think of all those memorable stuff, and now there's gonna be a Slim Jim logo slapped on top of it. It doesn't even look like a table anymore, dude. It really doesn't. I don't care how much money you're making, man. I don't care how much money this made you and all these sponsors and stuff like that. It's really just killing the allure of professional wrestling. And that just sucks, because that's the very core of WWE, dude. That's the very core of all this stuff. And the fact that you're just, spitting on his face is just absolutely disgusting and disgraceful. God damn it, dude. Let's just move on. This sucks. Anyways, then we see LA Knight. Yeah. And he just started talking about how, like, oh, I'm going to win Money in the Bank. Yeah. I'm going to win Money in the Bank. Yeah. I'm going to win Money in the Bank. Yeah. You know why I said that 3 times? Because he's been saying that for the past 3 years. This is the 3rd time he's saying it, man. The 3rd time. This is his 3rd Money in the Bank ladder match in consecutive years. Like, I'm tired of it. Give him the win already. Just give him the win, man. I genuinely want LA Knight to win so bad, dude. So bad that I'm literally considering burning down the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut if this guy doesn't win. Because give me one good reason, man. One good reason as to why LA Knight shouldn't win Money in the Bank. Just give me. All right? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll genuinely wait. Put it in the comments below and we'll argue. LA Knight is quite literally the perfect winner for Money in the Bank. Just imagine LA Knight as Mr. Money in the Bank, dude. The promos, the segments. This guy would kill it. He would kill it, man. You know it. And obviously, LA Knight deserves the World Heavyweight Championship. LA Knight deserves to be in the main event. Not this mid-card BS he's been doing with Shinsuke Jobber. Get out of here, man. This guy has the promo skills of a pro wrestling god, dude. Especially in this era, dude. In this era, his mic skills are untouchable. He can elevate any mid-feud to great with his promo skills. That is such a good skill, dude. That is such a good skill to have as a WWE superstar. But still, man, WWE doesn't push him. God knows why. And he's not even that terrible in the ring, you know? A lot of people say, oh, LA Knight, he's great in the mic, but in the ring, he's not that good. I don't think so, man. I think he's genuinely still good in the ring. There's been so many matches, dude. So many big matches where he's over-delivered. LA Knight genuinely deserves a big push, dude. This guy deserves a big push. So I don't care about any Seth Rollins or, Soul Sikoas or, Pentas or El Grandes you might want to give the Money in the Bank briefcase to, alright? Do the right thing. Triple H, do the right thing and give the briefcase to LA Knight. Just do it, man. Just do the right thing. But anyways, yeah, LA Knight just cuts a promo about how he's going to win the world. I mean, he's going to win the Money in the Bank and all that stuff. And then, we get LA Knight versus Aleister Black. And a pretty good match, I'm not going to lie. LA Knight and Aleister Black actually have pretty good chemistry. I think this could actually be the feud, the feud moving forward on Friday Night SmackDown, which I don't hate, I really don't, because, Aleister Black, his booking has been horrible ever since he came back, I'm not going to lie. It just sucked. So yeah, I'm glad that he's finally getting a good feud. And if you don't think that it's a good feud, don't worry, because LA Knight, with his elite promo skills, he's going to make it a good feud. Give him just like 2 weeks, and he's going to make you care about this. Wait a minute. I just realized, remember how I said this was actually a pretty good match? I take it back, because the match ended in a DQ by Seth Rollins. Once again, man, the same thing we got on Monday Night Raw with, how the tag match was ruined, an actual pretty good match that was ruined by Seth Rollins and his DQ shenanigans. I don't care about this, man. I genuinely don't care about this. So, Seth Rollins just shows up, he beats up everybody, and that's it. That's it, man. Like, who cares? Like, I get the point, I get that they're supposed to be destroying everyone, but, nobody cares, dude. Nobody genuinely cares. Nobody believes in this new character of Seth Rollins. Nobody does. It's like how, John Cena was talking about, Austin Theory, back in WrestleMania 39. He was talking about how, nobody can believe your character because the fans can see through the BS. They can always see through the BS. That's exactly what's going on right now. The fans can see through the BS, and nobody believes in this character. His promos are just not convincing. And to make things worse, he always comes out here, like the biggest heel he is, but the crowd is still singing his song. The crowd is still singing his goddamn song. You're the biggest villain on your show, and the crowd is singing his song. Are you kidding me, man? These lazy bastards can't even give him new music? Are you kidding me? Get out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. Let's just move on. Nobody cares. Anyways, then we get an announcement from Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis that King of the Ring is coming back. Yay! I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like this, We genuinely needed King of the Ring because, Raw and SmackDown have been terrible. And last year, I remember, King of the Ring tournament was delivering bangers, dude. Just bangers on Raw and SmackDown. So I'm glad that we're getting it. But, bro, just name the PLE King and Queen of the Ring. Well, why are we doing King and Queen of the Ring, but the PLE is called Night of Champions? It makes no sense, man. Just name the PLE King of the Ring. It's not that hard. So anyways, it's all happy and smiles, Yay, King of the Ring's back, yay. But then I realized they're doing Fatal 4-Ways as the first round for King of the Ring. Fatal 4-Ways, man, what is this? What is this, man? They've completely just ruined the tradition. I don't care, I don't even care if the matches are going to be good or great. This is not the tradition. If you're going to do the King of the Ring, then you got to stick to the tradition. Because if you don't, it's just not King of the Ring anymore. It's just not, alright? Get out of here. We need one-on-one matches. One-on-one matches only. No Fatal 4-Ways, no triple threats, none of that BS. I don't know what Triple H's obsession is with these multi-man matches, with triple threats and stuff like that. Just stop, man. Just give us good old-fashioned one-on-one matches for King of the Ring. That's what we need. God damn it, dude. Let's just move on. Anyways, then we see Tiffany Stratton. And as soon as I saw that she picked up a mic, I went to go get dinner. Because I'm not listening to a damn thing Tiffany Stratton is going to say. Because let me guess. She said, what time is it? What time is it? It's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time. Oh my. How much things can change in a year. Because just last year, I was trying to become Money in the Bank winner. But now here I am as your women's champion. Like, who's writing these promos, man? What are these Dr. Seuss ass promos? Get out of here. But anyways, yeah, I was out for like 20 minutes after this. So I didn't watch, the promo battle or, whatever we got with, Rhea Ripley and all those people. So I'm just going to move on to the match. We get a 6-women's tag match between all the baby faces in the Money in the Bank ladder match and all the heels. And, this was a whatever match, I'm not going to just sit here and say this was a bad match and just rant about how this was horrible or anything like that. No, it was just whatever, It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just whatever, It was just whatever. But honestly, I do appreciate that they did at least this much to build up the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. For the men's one, they did nothing. All they did was have Seth Rollins bitch out everyone. That's all they did, man. So get out of here. That was horrible. So at least here they're doing something. So I can at least appreciate that. So obviously the babyface team wins. Whatever. Let's just move on. And then we get Andrade and Penta versus the Creed brothers. Now this wasn't a totally bad match. It was okay, I say this was a pretty good match. But the problem is, like 3/4 of these guys are on Raw, and this match really makes no sense. It makes no sense when you think about it. I hate these impromptu matches, dude. I absolutely hate it. We see a lot of these on SmackDown, dude, just to fill up the time, and it just sucks. It absolutely sucks, man, because this is Andrade and Penta we're talking about here. I love these guys, dude. They're great in the ring. I genuinely love watching them in the ring, and the fact that they're going up against the Creed brothers, who, they're not a bad tag team. They're pretty good in the ring, and, this should be a good match. This should be something I'm excited about, but I don't even care about it. I don't even care about it, and that's really sad, dude. That really sucks. If you can't get your fans excited for, a match they would be generally excited about because, the wrestlers involved are great wrestlers, then you're doing something wrong with the product, dude. You're doing something wrong. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many decent matches, it doesn't matter how many good matches you have on your shows. At the end of the day, you gotta tell good stories and keep the fans hooked. And unfortunately, that's not what you're doing with these guys, with these great talent. Anyways, yeah, that just sucks, whatever. Let's just move on from that. Andrade and Penta win, whatever. And then we get Seth Rollins just beating up everybody. Basically the same thing, man. The same goddamn things over and over and over and over again. I don't care. I genuinely don't care about Seth Rollins and his new faction. And it just sucks because, just like I said with Andrade and Penta, I love Seth Rollins, man. I genuinely love Seth Rollins. One of my favorites on the roster, dude. I'm not even kidding. And the fact that he's involved in this god-awful story, dude, it just sucks. Anyways, then, Paul Heyman picks up the mic, and he just starts his usual yap sesh. He's all like, ladies and gentlemen, this is Seth freaking Rollins. He's the new ruler of the WWE because he's going to take the power. He's going to get the power back when he wins Money in the Bank. And he cashes in whatever, and I don't even know what he said. And then in the end, he basically says, "It will be an honor and privilege to my personal and professional life to call Seth Rollins the reigning, defending, undisputed wrestling has more than one royal family. Adrenaline in my soul." Cody Rhodes is here. Cody Rhodes interrupts Seth Rollins, and then we hear songs. Hey, man, Jey Uso's down in your city. It's just me, Us. Day one, it's just me, Us. Day one, it's just me, Us. Day one, it's line them all up like I'm down like this. Yeah. Let's go 2 times a week. Let's go, Us. So anyways, Cody Rhodes picks up the mic, and he goes, Bakersfield. Oh, you guys want to talk about? You guys want to talk about Money in the Bank? Yeet. You guys want to talk about the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso? Yeet. You guys want to talk about John Cena? No, yeet. Like, what is this, man? What is this baby ass stuff? Who are you writing the shows for, man? You guys are on Netflix, for God's sakes, not Coco Melon. What is this? So anyways, yeah, Cody Rhodes talks about how, like, the John Cena called me desperate last week, which I think is very ironic, coming from who it's coming from, because this is John Cena we're talking about here. About how he was naked at the Oscars, how he was dancing at Kaiser's stream. And when Cody Rhodes is saying all this, Jey Uso is just there in the background going, yeah, like, what is this, man? Just stand still. Stand still for one goddamn second. It's not that hard. It's genuinely not that hard. This guy's acting all constipated every single time someone's cutting a promo, dude. Just stand. Just stand still. Alright, it literally just wipes out all of his aura as world champion, if he even has any. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to point that out. But, yeah, Cody Rhodes really doesn't say much. It's not really a bad promo by any means, but it's just not interesting. It's just not interesting because, this whole feud just sucks. Well, whatever they're trying to tell with, Logan Paul and John Cena, it just sucks. It's not interesting. So, Cody Rhodes, unfortunately, if he wants to get the fans invested in what he's saying, he's got to come up with something outside of the box, something really good, which he's not doing, unfortunately. He's cutting good promos, remotely good promos, but that's just it. Whoa, wait a minute. Did I just call it a good promo? Forget about it. I take it back. Because after that, Cody Rhodes says, we're going to beat up John Cena and Logan Paul at Money in the Bank. And what do you call it, Jay? And he gives the mic to Jay, unfortunately. And Jey Uso says, call it Oos. Yeet down, Oos. Yeet. Just for the one time, play my music. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. Are you serious, man? Are you serious? This god-awful feud, like I said, you gotta come up with something amazing on your promos to actually elevate it and get the fans interested. And what do you say, huh? What do you say? A yeet down. A yeet down. Who's interested in this, man? Who genuinely, will look at these promos that Jey Uso has been cutting and says, wow, that's a world champion right there? Who is saying that, man? Who is saying that? There's literally nobody in the back, none of the authorities or, Triple H and all those guys. Doesn't any of them think, wow, this guy generally sucks at promos. We got to take the belt off of this guy as soon as possible. Just nobody think that. Wow, dude, this company's in shambles. Anyways, then we see John Cena, and he does absolutely nothing. He just gets in the ring, asks the, announcer to, give his long-ass introduction. He's like, Unseen 17 or whatever it is. He just does that, and he poses with the title, and that's it. That's all John Cena did, because, out of nowhere, Logan Paul attacks Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. He takes them out, and, John Cena and Logan Paul stand tall. They grab the titles, they pose with the titles, and, we get some We Want Truth chants, regarding our truth. And, John Cena says, oh, you guys can't handle the truth. That's just it. That is literally it. And this is the go-home show for Money in the Bank, dude. For Money in the Bank. Dude, I was there live in 2023 on the road to a Money in the Bank PLE, and it was so exciting, dude. I remember it was so exciting because Money in the Bank is genuinely one of the most exciting PLEs ever. This is such an exciting matchup. The ladder match and all that stuff. And now, to see WWE doing such a horrible job of building it up, it's just sickening, man. It's absolutely sickening. Get out of here, man. I'm done with this. I'm absolutely done with this. So yeah, there's really nothing more to say here other than the fact that was it for Friday Night SmackDown, which is an absolute garbage of a show. Wow, dude. Wow. I'm going to give this like a 2.75 out of 10. Get out of here, man. This just sucks. And by the way, I do want to add that I know that I was going to say that I'm going to make a video on, R-Truth getting released and, possibly Triple H getting fired and all that stuff. I know I said I was going to make a video on it. And trust me, I recorded that video like 3 times because, my audio just kept getting corrupted. It got so annoying, dude. So trust me, I am getting the video done. It's just giving me a lot of trouble. So don't worry. I'm still going to lock the heck in and put it out tomorrow. So there's that, and that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.